I'll be asking you some questions which are certificates and people who are pursuing our programs ask. The first is, what has been your career journey over the years? How did you start your career? What was that eureka moment that you knew that finance is my cup of tea and I should build a career in finance? And all those things which you like to share about your career and till date.
Fantastic question. So I'm professionally a chartered accountant and a cost accountant, and I started my professional journey from ICICI Bank. Being a CA and cost accountant, I never thought of being in sales. I think ICICI has transformed me, and I started getting that kick, that ikigai. And from there onward, it was first bank, then mutual fund, and now Bajaj mutual fund. And I think so the ikigai moment is what I am doing. I am passionate about that. It's very much related to wealth creation of this country, and I'm coming from the eastern side of this country. So I have seen that only going for traditional deposits, how that has actually destroyed the next generation. So I think for India's development, for doing whatever one want, a financial security is very important, and for that mutual fund is the true answer. As I am doing that, so that's ikigai for me.
Okay, and if I ask you, as a person, what is your current role? Right, what do you do currently? Right, and what have been your learnings throughout these years as a person, right, as a finance professional?
Right. So I am heading the business, both retail and institution, for Bajaj Finserv mutual fund. We are one of the newest AMC, though the brand is quite strong and there for almost 100 years in this country. So we have started our mutual fund business, and with all your support and partners' support, we are doing good. So we are, after launching our first product, we are almost 2 quarters. What I think and the learning is, one, how we can help investors to have their financial goals in a much simpler way, and how I can make that onboarding process for our partners much simpler, and in turn create wealth for the country and for investors. Now, as we are now present for more than 100 locations, so we have a big team. I think that's also my aim, that can we create a different company where it's not that a person is working for Bajaj Finserv mutual fund, they are Bajaj Finserv mutual fund. So transforming an employee to an ownership of that company, that's our dream. It's possible because we have started afresh. Hopefully we will create something different in this industry.
So as a chartered accountant or a cost accountant, how does that grounding which you had helped you over the years and in your current role?
Superb question. I think 2 things. One is, especially I will say both these courses as well as company secretaryship, all these courses creates 2 things. Apart from the domain knowledge,
right,
it's also a tenacity, and there is a risk, but how to manage that risk. So एक तो चीज़ है, people has to be मेहनती, otherwise they will not be able to pass. But then even if the result is not as you have predicted, how to manage that and then bounce back. I think that is the biggest learning which I have got in these 2 courses. Apart from the 2, definitely the domain learning. The best thing, another which I will say that these courses helps, is a proper understanding about the finances, and then you can actually resolve any financial problem or questions of both investors, partners, and understand the macro economy of the country in a much better way.
So traditionally it's said that chartered accountant need to do auditing, do tax planning, but recently we are seeing chartered accountant going to every field, including what you have become. So why should a chartered accountant or young chartered accountant look at wealth management, financial planning, money management, personal finance as a field, as a career?
Actually, now in this world, those verticalization is blurred. If the attitude is good, if the content is overall he is okay with that content, I think he can do whatever is suited for him. So I give full credit to the HR persons who recruited and put me what I am now, understanding my psychometric and then creating that. At the end of the day, personal finance is a very personal to that person. To understand that person's requirement, that person's goals, the risk, the other person who is actually doing that personal finance have to understand overall financial system, and for that definitely a CA becomes a very good opportunity. So I think at this point of time you will see a person who has done history doing maybe a great in management, or a person who is a tech oriented, a mechanical engineer, maybe in the financial stream. So those things have blurred, and I think that's the best thing.
Great. So this is a question we are asking all our participants and all people I'm interviewing. What have been your greatest learning while you were a kid about money and money management? So we are all very influenced during our childhood about money, fascinated about money, and some things our parents have taught us, something we learned for some experience. What have been your biggest learning?
So I will again give you a very great credit that asking this question. So I will be very honest to you. Especially in East, I will say this investment etc. was not thought as a good thing. Share market मतलब जुआ है. सरस्वती ज़्यादा important है लक्ष्मी, but सरस्वती का साथ लक्ष्मी आते भी है. But something, those problems were there. Guaranteed return is a much better thing. So those were the negatives. I hope and I am seeing that shift now. So things are changing. But what I have also learned is humility, that whatever a person is earning, every time it's important that you do the saving first, and I will change that saving to investment first and do the other part as an expense. If you start first doing your expense and then saving or investment, then you will be always be at a bigger problem. दो असुर है, एक है क्रेडिट कार्ड, एक है डेबिट कार्ड. ये दो असुर के साथ चलना बहुत मुश्किल है. सो बेस्ट है फर्स्ट SIP करके सेव कर दो या इन्वेस्ट कर दो एंड देन डू द एक्सपेंस. आई थिंक दैट वाज माय लर्निंग फ्रॉम चाइल्डहुड.
Great. We have a course called Chartered Wealth Manager, which is basically on wealth management. It's about holistic wealth management. So we cover all types of wealth, and we cover all things which a client might ask you about wealth, including wealth enhancement, protection, transfer, and all those stuff. So what value do certifications like that carry for people who want to upgrade themselves or want to enter into the field?
Both the cases, I think certification is very important. See, life is a learning process, but you can get your learning from every interaction, each interaction, today's interaction also. But the moment there is a certification and there is a process of having that learning, it becomes much methodical and it's important. Now, whoever is in this profession, when I'm saying this profession means managing investors' money, I think this course becomes important. Otherwise this is not an FMCG industry कि एक सोप खराब हो गया तो ठीक है और एक सोप आ जाएगा. If he is unable to provide a proper direction or proper financial planning, the whole financial planning of that other person goes for a toss, and then it's not easy to correct. So I think it's too important. I have gone through your courses, and I will state a particular course which I felt very important, especially for this country, is succession planning. सबको लगता है कि हम लोग अमर है, we will be there for eternity, but that's the most important thing. If the next generation, if you want not to have your next generation fighting in court, it's better to have a proper clear succession planning.
Great.
CWM सही है.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.